19! We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway here on EA Sports. Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor, and bulldozing his way through. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing. Down the numbers. There he goes. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Let's go now. Go, check.
Throw left side complete. That's Reed. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Sullivan. This pass out wide to Hall. Shifts by him. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Sullivan looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he rifles one incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal.
Let's get that touch. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw again. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Richards. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air. So 3 points on the board is easily 4 yards you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99 yards.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Colts pick it up. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful when the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
They've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Sullivan escaping the pressure right. And he'll find Hall. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Another completion there. And you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Play action. Here's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the 1st quarter of a brand-new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving 1st quarter. Hurts sets up to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jalen Hurts, 31 yards. And the Jaguars are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On 1st and 10, Sullivan. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving. Dixie Maverick. Dixie Maverick. Go.
Back to throw. Sullivan. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, and Nelson's still stopping. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Stephon Diggs. 46 yards. And the Colts are able to move back in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes it. It's now 10-7. That is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
In it to win it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? There he goes left side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 80 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
Let's go now.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3. And that's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll run with Hall. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
2nd down and 4. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Up the middle with Barkley. Shifts past him at the 45. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40. Barkley, inside handoff. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 22-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. On first down, Hurts steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Second and 6. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Saquon Barkley from 17 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Sullivan. And that'll be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
2nd and 10.
19
Off play action. Sullivan. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 3rd down and 1. From the gun, it's Hurts. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Patterson's kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Good. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Sullivan. Now throw right side here going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
18, pioneer.
Let's make some good calls.
To throw again. Sullivan eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And Diggs has it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Another completion there. And what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he...
And he lost the football, and the Jags grab it. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here's so probably should have opted for the touchback.
There you go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half, because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dio Odengbo just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that, and that's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
On second down, a run with Hall. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on 1st down. Sullivan. Left side caught by Daniels. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking to throw on second down. Sullivan. He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Breece Hall, 29 yards. And the Colts are back within a score. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route, worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. And they make their decision after that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Saquon Barkley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
18 Cardinal.
Operating from the gun. Sullivan, flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. Will be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a 1st down. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the 1st down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the 1st down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sullivan. He's got the ball comes out. but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. 124 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Caught on the right side, Reed. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Sullivan. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Back to the ground with Hall. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. Touchdown, Colts! Jaden Reed, 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. The Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Back to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 40. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now he's flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 18. A gain there of 21 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
It's like watching paint dry. In a minute, I'm going to put day jersey on.
This is 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch.
Well, this game is...
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. On 1st and 10, Sullivan eluding the pressure right. That's caught by Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Back to throw. Sullivan flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun. Sullivan. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, defensively there, you want to play it a little safe and keep the action in front of you. But you definitely are looking to give up plays like that. They still got the cushion of a 2-score lead, but don't give them a freebie here.
And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that. We're programmed never to say never, but in this case, just a chance.
And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Put day jersey on.
Now, this was not just the open.